Hi, everyone. It's Rabbi Jeremy from Machar, and we are here to do our third night of Hanukkah candlelighting. So it's Saturday evening, which means that it's also Havdalah. We end Shabbat with Havdalah. And so I have the stuff for Havdalah and the stuff for lighting our Hanukkah candles. So the tradition is that you do Havdalah first and then you light Hanukkah candles, because Havdalah is the point in traditional Jewish law where you get to start lighting things on fire again and using them. You shouldn't really light things on fire just because, but for purposes of Shabbat, you're really under traditional Jewish law, you don't light candles during that 25-hour period. We're a little early on the 25 hours, but that's okay too. So Havdalah involves a candle, spices, and wine, and you can use a traditional multiple wick Havdalah candle. You can also tie together a couple of Shabbat candles, or you can use, this is a different kind of Havdalah candle, supposedly influenced by Jewish mysticism. I don't know about that, but it has two wicks next to each other, so it works for that. So we'll go ahead and light this, and we'll do Havdalah, and then we'll light Hanukkah candles and do our Hanukkah candle dedication for the night. So we've got that lit. And usually you start with wine. I'm using grape juice because why not? Nivarech et yotzrei pri hagafen. Let us bless those who create the fruit of the vine. And then I have my spice box. Usually the spices are just clove and cinnamon. That's what I have in here now, although I have been known to use sneakier things like garam masala, but you got to be really careful with those kinds of things because chili powder can be tricky. But tonight it's just cinnamon and clove. And say, Nisameach bereach habesamim, let us rejoice in the scent of spices. We also have a blessing for light because the Havdalah candle is different from a regular Shabbat candle. The Havdalah candle is the first candle that you would light after Shabbat that is designed to produce light for your use. And so it's traditional to kind of hold the light up against your fingernail so that you can see it, see the reflection of the light in your fingernail so that you're using it. It's supposed to be like a torch. And it usually gets its own blessing. Nivarech et haor b'makamot shelanu v'hi or b'chol ha'olam. Let us bless the light in our places, and may there be light throughout the world. And then we recite a blessing for Havdalah to make the distinction between Shabbat and the rest of the week. Navchin ben chelkei hashalem ve'al ha'hevdelim nivarech. Navdil ben yom hashvi'i l'sheshet yemei ma'aseh v'shalom b'chol yom nivakesh. Let us distinguish between parts of the whole and bless their differences. Let us distinguish between the seventh day and the 6 days of work, and each day may we seek peace. And then you traditionally put out the Havdalah candle in the cup of wine. And the trick then becomes remembering not to drink from the wine cup after you've got a bunch of wax in it. In case you're wondering, it's a trick because, yes, I've done that before. And so we're ready to light Havdalah candle, the Hanukkah candles, because we've made Shabbat technically be done. So if you remember, we light Hanukkah candles newest to oldest. So you put the candles in from right to left from your perspective, and then you light them from left to right. So you're always lighting the newest one first. And so we'll light our shamash, our helper candle, and then we light the newest one first and go across. And sometimes they don't want to light the first time because there's a lot of wax around their wicks. And we have our sheet from the Society for Humanistic Judaism with the dedications for each night of Hanukkah and the candles. And we are on the third night, and the dedication for the third night is Ahava, or love. The third candle represents love of others. The Torah says, don't take vengeance on or bear a grudge against any of your people. Rather, love your neighbor as yourself. That's a handy thing to keep in mind, because this weekend was also Human Rights Shabbat, sponsored by Trua, a rabbinic and cantorial organization that focuses on human rights issues in the United States and elsewhere. So this is Human Rights Shabbat. We've just concluded Human Rights Shabbat. And so remembering true love of neighbor is crucial just to the idea of human rights. So that's our candle lighting for the third night of Hanukkah. Chag Sameach. Another thing that you can say, we didn't do this last time, is Chag Urim Sameach, which means Festival of Lights. Chag Urim, Happy Festival of Lights, so Chag Urim Sameach. Or even Chag Hanukkah Sameach, Happy Hanukkah, specifying the holiday of Hanukkah itself. So with that, we're all wrapped up. We will not be doing one of these tomorrow because Machar is having its annual Hanukkah party, although we're doing it online because global pandemic. But if you're interested, let us know. We're certainly happy to have guests as we can. Zoom has a limit on things. So we'll be doing that over Zoom. And then Friday through Thursday, we'll be doing more of these online Hanukkah candle lightings. So Chag Sameach, and I hope I'll see you again soon.